Hey folks, welcome back to My Kitten Reads. I'm Eleanor and this is my TBR video for Dewey's April 2026. Yes, it's Dewey's Readathon time again and I am doing it this weekend and I have a pile of books that I'm probably going to choose from. Probably. We'll see, you know me. I can be a bit mercurial when it comes to books, but so I have a couple of ebooks that I am partway through. So those are A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers, which is the second in her Wayfarers series. And then I have a hockey romance called Square to the Puck by JJ Mulder, which is the second book in their Offsides series, which I am also in the middle of. I'm about 30% of that, all the way into that, and 27% into the Becky Chambers. So those are both on the list. I also have a book that I just bought, I want to say either today or yesterday. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I started it today, which is an audiobook, which is Regina by, I want to say Emily Murdoch something. Can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a book about the eldest daughters of the various English and British monarchs who could have been queen if primogeniture worked differently. I heard about it on the Rex Factor podcast, so that's also an option for me if I want something audio. So yes, those are the digital books that I have on my list. I'm pulling out my Elizabeth Barrett Browning poetry again. I'm still only partway through the epic poem Aurelie. I keep forgetting that I'm reading it. So that's there if I feel like some poetry. I think I'm in the third book. I'm like that far in. So that's there if I want some poetry. I've got a few books that I'm partway through, one of which, the novel that I am partway through, is Mara Rutherford's A Curious Kind of Magic. So you can see where the ribbon is there. This is on my Crate books. I'm sort of enjoying it, but I just got distracted and haven't gone back to it yet. So that, I would like to finish that. Then I have a novel that I just pulled off my TBR shelves, and that is Phasma by Delilah S. Dawson. I think I've read some Delilah S. Dawson short stories before. It's Star Wars. This is, I think, the remaining book on my TBR shelves that one of my brothers bought me for Christmas years ago. So that's there if I want something. I'm not sure if light-hearted is the word for a Star Wars book about a stormtrooper, but interesting. That is also on the list if I want it. And then I've got some short fiction. I'm currently partway through, not halfway, maybe a third of the way through, Queen Victoria's Book of Spells, an anthology of gaslamp fantasy, edited by Ellen Datlow and Terry Winling. This has been on my shelf for quite some time. Enjoying it reasonably at the moment. Nothing big has stuck out to me yet, but still relatively enjoyable. So that's partway through. And if I still, after that, want more short fiction, I've grabbed Rebuilding Tomorrow, edited by Sana I'm going to butcher this, and I know Sana, so Sana Dolichva, who is an Australian editor. This is a 12th Planet Press anthology that is the sequel to Defying Doomsday. So Defying Doomsday was a collection that I kickstarted, and I also kickstarted this because that's why I've got the hardback. Defying Doomsday was young adult stories of disability in the apocalypse, and so this is the sequel to that. It's what if the apocalypse isn't the end of the world, and so it's stories of disability after the apocalypse, recovering from the apocalypse. So that's also been sitting on my shelf since the Kickstarter finished. So that is also on my list if I want further short fiction. If I want to reread something, I haven't grabbed it off the shelf, but it's probably up there. I'm thinking maybe An actual reread of Pride and Prejudice might be on my agenda sometime soon. So that is also an option. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about reading for the 24 hours. I will, of course, sleep because I always sleep is necessary to me. Where I'm going to run into some problems is that it is the first weekend of the NHL playoffs, and for the first time since I've become an ice hockey fan, my team is in said playoffs. So Sunday morning, we're playing the Philadelphia Flyers. So I'm going to have to read while having that game on so I know what's going on. The commentators will tell me if anything interesting happens. Something interesting is going to happen. Even if it's just Gritty being chaos, because he's already scaring me on social media. That's the Flyers boo mascot. If he goes after Iceberg, I won't be happy. But yes, it's also the first week of the Australian Ice Hockey League, but I think the Canberra game is Saturday rather than Sunday, so I should be okay there. But yes, so I might get a bit distracted on Sunday morning, but yes, I have lots to read, stuff to finish, stuff to start. We shall see how I go. But yeah, that's my TBR for the Readathon. I will probably film a vlog throughout the Readathon, so I will see you very soon. Bye.